Gamers, today we're going to be talking about the Japanese Civ. I am leaking everything. I'm joking, I'm not leaking anything. But I do know a lot more that's in the public, so I'm not going to say that, right? So what I'm talking about right now is the stuff that everyone knows and we can speculate together. Because we just received another screenshot from the Steam page that I actually have no info about, so I can speculate. Amazing. Alright, so this got dropped a few days ago, 2-3 days ago I think, on Steam page as a screenshot. Disguised as enemy villagers, sabotage your opponent's buildings with the Shinobi, then disappear with the use of a smoke bomb. Spread chaos across your opponent's empire with the new Japanese Civ coming in the Sultan's Ascent expansion for Age of Empires 4. Now, again, I'm just speculating on this. I don't have any more info, so people are, oh my god, that's it, he said it. No. I feel like this mechanic is gonna be somewhat similar to Malian stealth mechanic, where it sounds really strong, right? It sounds like, yo, you're gonna be able to, you know, fucking ninja into their base and disable buildings and all that. But I'm gonna have to hit you with a but. Disguised as enemy villagers, right? So what I would assume that these guys do not have stealth. If you guys played StarCraft, I would assume this will work something like changelings from StarCraft 2, where once you get into the opponent's vision range, or maybe you just click a button and they convert to villagers, enemy villagers, lookalikes, then you can go into their base and all the static defense will not shoot you, but the enemy can just right click you, right? So this is what I think it will be. I don't know how otherwise they would implement this. And if that's the case, you know, it can be fun to use and meme people and stuff like that, maybe in lower leagues. But at the top level, I don't see this being a thing. Like, you know, if my base is like over here, and my villager lookalike comes from here, it's obviously not mine, right? Because A, doesn't give you vision, and then B, why is the villager coming from an awkward direction? Potentially, you could, so if the enemy has wood line in the front, right? Let's say this is the wood line, this is the TC in the back, so potentially you could come from here with Shinobi, and then go around and kind of sneak into the wood line pretending to be a villager, then go to the town center and then disable something. I can see that being a thing, but I don't think you're just gonna come in from open space and just start fucking disabling buildings left and right. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work like StarCraft 2 Changeling, where you're permanently into their villager or you last X amount of seconds. That's something I do not know. So sabotage your opponent's building with Shinobi, then disappear with the use of smoke bomb. Now, what is the smoke bomb and what it could be? I mean, smoke bomb sounds like stealth ability, right? Like maybe the unit is just invisible straight up for 5 seconds and it runs faster. I would imagine it's something like that. Like if you watched any other games or movies or something, usually they drop the smoke bomb and then just disappear, right? So I don't think it's gonna be a blink. I hope it's not a blink, because that's a pain to balance. Or maybe it's gonna be a smoke bomb where the enemy can't see inside of it or something like that, right? So it could be both. Kind of like the Red Alert, if you guys remember, the building that made Fog of War. Maybe it's gonna be something like that. Who knows? But I guess we will see. So that's kind of my prediction for them. Regarding what the disable, what does it say? Sabotage your opponent's buildings. Now, I'm again assuming that this is going to be disable a building for X amount of seconds, right? I don't know what would be balanced. Like if it's 1 minute, I feel like that's way too much. Like disabling a production building for 1 minute, that's a lot. But then again, it's like, do you want to make a unit and disable a building for only 15 seconds? Winston says, I lost a game to these fuckers this morning. That leads me to believe that the disable on the buildings is going to last quite a bit. Now, another question is, can it disable keeps and town centers? If that happens, then that's very strong. Yeah, can it disable wall gates? Can it disable keeps? Can it disable towers? Can it disable town centers from shooting? Maybe if you go into a town center, the villagers can garrison, right? Yeah, that's a good one. If Abbasid is aging up, can you disable House of Wisdom so you stop the age up? Yeah, like there's a lot of possibilities, so the unit might be broken, but I feel like at the top level it will probably not get a lot of value unless it's just straight up like disabling buildings for like a minute plus. Then I could see it being very good. And also, I don't know what the mechanic of disguising is going to be and how easy it is going to be to notice it. So, but it's going to be cool either way. The next one that just got released, or maybe not literally right now, but maybe an hour ago. I don't know when it got released, or a few hours ago. Advanced to a new age with the Japanese floating gate landmark. This is from, again, the game's Steam page. Advanced to a new age with the floating gate landmark, granting the Japanese civilization the ability to train Shinto priests. Now, this says granting the Japanese civilization the ability to train, which means they're either untrainable without this landmark, or this is a feudal landmark and you can build the priests earlier, right? Unless they have two priests, like they have monks and priests or whatever. You know, maybe they have like monks in Age 3, but these are just priests. These are completely unique units. That's something, again, I don't know, so I'm just guessing. Or it could be that they're a unique unit, or it could be you can make them in feudal age, right? Is that a Springle? Yeah, this is a Springle. So, conquer your opponents with the new Japanese civilization coming in as well as the second Age of Empires 4. So what can this be? If this is a landmark that's just granting the ability and you can produce Shinto priests, I would assume they're not just healing, right? I would assume that they do something else along with that, right? Because if you can just make a landmark and you can just make healers, that's not a very good landmark, I think. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe these guys can hit and like heal units from the damage, which is something we've seen in the other games. Like maybe when they are fighting, they are dealing damage and healing based off of that. Maybe they have some unique economic stuff even. I wouldn't be surprised, right? It's a new civilization. Like we have to think outside the box, right? Maybe they have some kind of interaction with sacred sites or relics that you can pick them up earlier. Maybe they give unique upgrades. I don't know. But I do think that we should think outside the box with this one. And I don't think it's just going to be, you can make monks and that's it. So, who knows? Now, this is a compilation that someone made on Reddit about everything we know and everything, all the buildings and all that. So you can see feudal age town center, castle age town center, villagers. We see male and female right here. This is age 2 to age 4. You see scouts, different ages, yada yada. Then we got some other units, some other things. Most likely to be feudal archer range. That looks like a market to me. Oh no, it's not. This is a market. Wait, what? Is this guy high? This is a market, man. These are markets. Oh, they are markets. Wait, why does it say most likely to be... Wait, why does it say here most likely the feudal age archer range? And then here it says market. Huh? Yeah, these are markets for sure. Who is high here? I mean, you see what it says, right? Now, this is a trader. Look, trader will likely replace men-at-arms. Okay, whoever made this did a little bit of derp right there. It's okay, though. We'll forgive it. Feudal barracks, castle barracks. Then we got the units. So hardened spearmen, and then we got elite spearmen. Now everyone is assuming that these are just placeholders, right? So I don't think they're gonna have lancers from knights. Now these are the first unique units that we've seen in the screenshot. So samurai replaces men-at-arms. Obviously there are no men-at-arms for Japanese in any of the screenshots. So initially wields naginatas can be upgraded to wield no dashi / katanas. So you can see here H2, and then you can see H4 how they're thinner, they're more slick, they're looking good. They got that juicy outfit, so who knows. Now my assumption for these, and again I don't know, my assumption for these would be something similar to palace guards. Palace guards even look somewhat armored. These guys don't really, right? So palace guards obviously have one less armor, one less melee, one less ranged armor. But they do look kind of armored. These guys, not so much. I mean, even if you look at their arms in the feudal picture, they have no armor there. So I'm assuming that these guys will not have even as much armor as palace guards. They should be probably faster, maybe even deal more damage. Maybe they're going to be like something like Lenshits, where, yeah, it might be a 2-2. Or it might be a 1-1, who knows. It might be something like Lenshits, where it's like it's dealing high amounts of damage, but it's very squishy. Obviously without AoE. That would be my guess. And I'm assuming they're going to be very fast. So it's like, you know, you can zigzag and harass and so on and so forth. I don't think they would do damage against like armored unit, bonus damage against armored units. If anything, they would probably do bonus damage against light units. Which, in my opinion, could be a thing because we don't have any melee unit that deals bonus damage to light units, right? Or unarmored, whatever you want to call them. So maybe these guys are going to be slicing through spears and slicing through archers, but are also going to take bonus damage from archers. So we'll see. Yo, they might crit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're going to introduce crit to the game, but maybe every third attack they do double damage or something. Yeah, I'm not a fan of RNG, but maybe every X attack they would do bonus damage or something. So yeah, all right, next one. We got stables, amazing. We got horsemen, which are just regular horsemen. Wait, it says elite horsemen, only they're carrying shields. Aren't Imperial horsemen for every civ carrying shields? Or am I crazy? I thought every horseman has shield in Imperial. And then we got lancers over here, which look pretty cool. And they're also wielding the same weapons that samurai have. So their lancers might be also unique in a way where maybe they have less armor but do more damage. Like I can see that being like the civ thing. It's kind of like Malian, where it's like all their units are squishy but do certain things. Maybe Japanese units are gonna have these kinds of weapons where they do like a lot more damage, but they are not as tanky as some of the other units. Then we got archer ranges. We got archers. Now there was some I mean, even I thought that these archers and these archers are different. Because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that these archers I have seen together with these archers on the same screenshot. So I assume that these are different types of archers. Because there wasn't a single screenshot that has crossbows for Japanese. So I actually assume that these archers and these archers are, basically these ones are crossbow replacements, kind of like, I don't know, longbows, because that looks like big fucking bows. So I don't know, this screenshot is bad, but you can clearly see they are archers, by the way, from another angle. And then there's a horse archer question mark, Yabusame. It's possible the Rus horse archer becomes a generic unit, and it is just standard horse archer, or this could be unique unit like from AoE 3. It appears to be unarmored. I mean, it's kind of hard to see from this screenshot. It's like behind a building, but there you go. Crossbowmen, Japan historically did not use crossbows. It's possible that there's no crossbows for this faction, like with the Malians. At the same time, we've yet to see a unit that might serve as an alternative. Like I said, I think this is the alternative. These guys do not look same as these guys, to me at least. Japan hand cannoneer. Japan historically had I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I expect this unit will be represented soon. So we haven't seen hand cannoneers either. And then, last but not least, militia. It's weird to see peasant militia type of unit. It doesn't fit with the standard roster and seems to overlap with Samurai we saw earlier. Oh yeah, I remember these. Most likely this is a warrior woman. Perhaps it serves a role similar to Rus's Kremlin militia. I think these are just probably their unique units or something. I don't think this is another militia type, because militia is like very unique. I don't think they would have another militia type unit, but who knows? I might be wrong. So there you go. And then we got Banner Samurai. It wouldn't make sense to have an additional archer, cavalry, and infantry unit. Instead, I think this unit can maybe transform between the 3 modes. Could this unit be Hatamoto from AoE 3? Hatamoto refers to a bannerman of Daimyo. The closest, most elite return. Oh, I see. You can see those guys are wearing... These units are wearing banners. I mean, he says that it's unlikely that they have a unique cavalry, archer, and melee unit, but that's what Malians have. So is it that unlikely? I don't know. I don't know if it's that unlikely. I think it's possible, especially if they don't have men-at-arms nor crossbows. They obviously need replacements. So technically, it's not giving them extra units. They have extra unique units like Malians, but they have same amount of units. So, I don't know. And then Shinobi confirmed to be able to disguise as enemy villagers, sabotage enemy buildings, and use smoke bomb to escape. Their availability in Feudal Age implies that Japan may have a very sneaky playstyle. Wait, where did this guy get the... Is it confirmed that they're in Feudal? I mean, I guess it would make sense they're Feudal. Oh yeah, the screenshot. Right. But that's it so far that we got from Japanese Civ, and it looks like the devs are like slowly releasing like these pictures at you know, on Steam. And oh yeah, I can see what you mean with the screenshot. I mean, look, even in this screenshot that they showed, right? Look at this over here. This is a horseman. This is the unit with the banner. And these are feudal age buildings. So I think this is just a unique horse. Maybe it can transform into different modes. Who knows? But this is definitely a horse with a banner. Earlier that we've seen. But yeah, maybe they can dismount. Who knows? One thing to note, like I said, I can't, like when people ask me about like specific things, I can't really speak, because if I speak, I'm in big trouble. I've seen a lot more info that on the stuff that is coming out. I will obviously try to comment and try to update you guys with the stuff that I can. But what I can tell you is that I've said it before. Based on what I've seen, you should be very, 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 very excited. So I know you're excited, okay? I know you're excited and you're hyped. Now what I need you to do is to take that and do a ×10 on that. I'm not kidding. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, he's just debating, or, you know, he's just... Trust me. Trust me, brother. It's gonna be good. And I think the game will have a lot of players returning to the game. The game will have a lot of players coming back to the game, trying out AoE 4. And when they do, we should welcome them with open arms. And I haven't said this in any patch so far, in any update, in anything. Like, I do think that every patch brings in new players. Obviously, like when Militia and Shinobi got released, it brought new players. We had a player boost. But I think this is going to be the first, you know, patch, expansion, whatever you want to call it, that not only might bring a boost to the player base temporarily, but actually increase player base by quite a bit. I wish I can tell you more. Like, I wish I can tell you more, but I can't. When I saw this stuff, I was like, There's actually a clip of me somewhere on my channel when I read the stuff on stream. Well, I didn't read it on stream. I read it while I was streaming. My mouth was literally wide open. Yeah, I think any streamer that you ask will tell you the same thing. And if everyone tells you that you should be hyped and you should be very excited, just trust us. This ain't one of those +1 damage, -1 damage patches. Let's just say that. There's also, I saw there's, because, you know, I posted that I'm super excited and this is hype and it's going to be like 10 times whatever, like, whatever you're excited for, it should be 10 times more. And people are like, yo, he's getting paid by Microsoft. Of course he says that. I'm not getting paid. And if you are getting paid for stuff like that, you actually have to disclose it. So, yeah. And if you're like, hey, he's playing AoE4, of course he has to hype it up. I played StarCraft 2 for like last 3 years and I shit on it for 3 years. So no, if it's a shit game, I'd say it's a shit game. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm super excited. I hope there's more information for everyone soon so I can share the excitement with you guys. All right? Sometimes I walk to Women's room and I say, I can't believe what's coming. But that's it. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Whenever there's more news, not just like one screenshot, but actually more news, I'm instantly gonna make a video about that. And I'm excited, baby. I'm excited. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not excited too often about things like 5 days after I've known some info, or 3 days. It's like, usually it's like, yo, that's poggers, and then 2 days later I'm like, all right, still excited. Boom. Guys, I can't tell you anything. There's devs in my chat. They're lurking. They're not anymore. Oh, trust me, they are. They know everything. They are everywhere. They're watching. Oh, see, there's Fiage in the chat. What did I just say? And Winston is in the chat. And Bitterlin is in the chat. Guys, sometimes... Listen. I'm gonna leak something. I'm about to leak something. Sometimes I say something on stream and I start typing it on developer Discord. And you know how it says, you know, Beastyqt is typing? They just say, we know, winky face. And I just cold sweat. They are everywhere.